Okay, y'all, I'm back in here, and today, like I said, we're going to be sharing gifts. It's gift sharing day. Um, that I need to wrap. I'm trying to do this vlog. I'm trying to get in the mood for it. It's hard. So, today, because, it's one of those days. I'm like, should I make this video a gift sharing day? Or should I uh, talk it out with y'all what's been on my heart? Talk about what's been on my heart. Should I do that? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about what's been on my heart. Because the thing about it is, I've told y'all over and over that there's things that, for me to go in depth, to do it all about me, y'all had to get me paid first. But I've been thinking about it. Tomorrow's not promised to us. So I was thinking I just need to, just share. Like, because it's somebody out there that could be going through the same thing. It's a one thing in my life. One part of my life I'm never gonna open up about, because there's just only some things that God can change, or that even if He don't change it, that He change you. It's more important that He changes you. That you change you. That He's changing you, you changing you. So yeah, yeah, so that's why I go through life with a good heart. I know y'all be on here being like, probably thinking like, like the things I do on here have to be possibly made up or fake or whatever. But no, this is who I am. Like, even though life is happening in my life, I still, because of me having spiritual discernment and because of God coming in my life, because it was a point in my life where there was nothing but anger, sadness, like when I first got in this storm, because I'm in the biggest storm in my life. If you truly knew me, the ones that do know me on here, if they're fam or friends or whatever that really know me, they know my storm is big. And when I first got in it, it was sad. It was hard. It was anger. It was everything. But I feel like, there's nothing that you go through. There's a reason for everything. So I feel like God needed me to be in that space so He can be with me. You know what I'm saying? So He can love me through, so He can give me discernment and, peace and happiness, joy, and to bring that back to me. And He did. So even though my storm is big, I am choosing happiness, because He says He don't promise you that you won't have trials and tribulations just because you're trusting. He just said when you do, find them all joy. So I'm, I'm, I'm choosing happiness. I'm choosing to be happy. So don't think just because I'm not getting on here, some complaining and fussing and crying and doing all that. I've done it. And I was only hurting me. Like I told you, certain things you do in life only hurt you. So every day of my life I choose to be happy no matter what, you know, through it all, the uncertainty, the wrongdoing, the sadness, the heartbreak, everything. I just I choose to be happy. So I'm about to open up to y'all about a part of my life because it's a lot of people that deals with this. I was diagnosed with MS. So that's part of what I deal with in my life. And it's hard some days. So like that video I did on there when I was in all that pain and I was telling y'all about my back and everything, I was having muscle spasms. The first time I experienced one of those is when I was in my 20s. I was in the bathroom. I was doing my hair and it was so painful that I fell to the ground. And so I had to crawl and then I tried to get back up and I couldn't. I couldn't get back up. I couldn't. The pain was too excruciating. So I had to crawl because nobody was there. And I was in a relationship with the dude that I be on here talking about for 10 years. He was at work and I was crawling. I had to crawl like out. Well, not crawl because I couldn't crawl, but I had to scoop my way all the way out the house to the yard to call for help. And one of my family members heard me and they came, they picked me up. Yeah. And I didn't even go to the hospital. I just stayed in the bed for a week until I was able to walk again. So I didn't know for a long time, for years later, that I was dealing with. That was just the first symptom. That was the first time. And after that, it's been several incidents. But yeah, it just took me a long time to face that something was going on because I was still living life. I was so young and I didn't want something to be going on. You know what I'm saying? But it goes on. So when I'm exhausted and I don't really want to be, when I don't come on here or for days and stuff like that, or when I am on here and stuff, just know some days I'm in pain on here with a smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the only situation that's going on with me, but that's just part of it, and it's hard though, especially when you have no control of your muscles. Like my hands can like bend a cripple over and not be able to. It's just it's crazy. This MS is it's really crazy. But I know that God got me, so I'm dealing. I'm coping. Because I got a whole nother situation besides this one. So the health is like, and it has caused a lot of in my life. You know what I'm saying? So don't be out here thinking just because I'm not complaining and I'm not um, living life sad and tripping and that everything's uh, what is it, Hallmark cards or whatever happiness. It ain't. It's not. Because it's a lot that comes with this. I, it's just a lot that I deal with. I forget a lot. I I I do I deal with a lot, but at the same time, I find it all joy because God says it's okay to forget. It's just not okay to forgive. So I be like, okay, God, in your timing, in your timing. So if it's something that I don't let it stress me. I just be like, if it's something that you feel that I need to remember, you will in your timing. So I just go on about my life. Sometimes I have my moments because I'm human, I'm fleshly. So I have my moments where I'm like, yes, it's this situation, you know. That's why I tell you it's just some things that God ain't interested in changing more than he is you in it. And not because of the MS, because like I told you, I deal with something totally besides the MS. And it has caused a lot of rejection, division, you know. It's just caused a lot of separation, everything. It's caused a lot of hurt. And so I have a lot of spiritual relationships going on in my life. And I trust God in them. Trust me. But I look at it all as a blessing because I'm the only one gonna bear my cross. So I don't blame. I just go through. I don't I don't take other people's ignorance personal. I don't live in fear. I don't take my situation. No, I trust God 100%. I just go through it. I don't like it because I'm fleshly, you know what I'm saying? But I don't look at it as the worst thing. So, yeah, look, so I feel like, wait, it took all of this to open up. I just feel like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? It's just I feel like it's always in God's timing. So I feel like he just made me ready to open up. So so if anybody dealing with MS, all the rest of the stuff it's in God's hands. So whatever come out of it, glory. And however he give me the strength to go through it, glory. And so this is some of the reason that there's limitation in my life, you know, because you know just dealing with that. But I got a bigger storm, and that's in God's hand. But the whole point of it is if anybody out here dealing with MS or whatever, and wanna you know give me some shares their story or just talk or whatever, message me on there on this thing, like yeah, like you know me, I'm never gonna I'm only gonna tell you what God say because I don't like to put my personal opinion out there. I'm gonna definitely, I'm gonna put them in your heart, but I'm gonna answer a question like if you be like, do you do this or you do that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna respond to that, but I'm gonna definitely tell you what the Lord says too. So because at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? Yeah. So okay, well, I guess this video, so the next video I'm gonna share gifts. Okay. I'm gonna share me wrapping gifts. So I guess this is Vlogmas day 2, me opening up all about me. I don't know how I'm gonna title it, but yeah, day 2. So hopefully y'all enjoying Vlogmas and y'all continue to, watch my channel and know that even though life is happening and I find it all blessings because there's a lot of good days too. Just because there's a storm in my life and I'm going through it with a good heart, so I'm not looking at it as like, oh, you know, and I'm just looking at it, trusting God and knowing that it's working out for my good and His glory. So at the end of the day. All right. So I'm finna get off of here, and you all have a blessed one. Later.